Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I am also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them and I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. And if you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. Welcome back, y'all. Hope everybody is doing good and feeling good. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I have a lot to say, but I'm gonna reserve it. I'm like, right now the astrology is astrologying. Love it when that happens. February is going to be a very interesting month for some. Okay. All right. We're going to start off with the triple deck. We're going to do a box spread and see what Spirit wants us to talk about today. What do we need to know about? Ooh. Oh. Breakdown of a relationship of some sort. Alright. Like, this is a little bit more cards than I normally would use. Okay. I'm like... Okay. I'm like, this is way more cards than I normally would pull out. I normally don't go this far. 2, 4, 6. I normally wouldn't go that far out, but we'll stick with this. Okay. There is a relationship, and I feel I'm laughing because this morning, part 2 of my story from the other channel was dropped on all socials, including my channel. And basically with these cards, and I'm giggling because yes, you know, I'm part of the collective, so yeah, there are going to be elements of the collective story that do resonate very heavily with my own story and what I'm experiencing, or what I'm like, child, this smoke is going crazy. What I'm experiencing or what I've experienced, okay? But again, we're in different timelines, so, you know, how it plays out for you could definitely be different. I'm like, these cards look very much like communicating something, communicating it in a way that people actually have the ability to see, and maybe they're going to end up looking into it. There's something about a breakdown of a relationship in the past, somebody that you may have had love for, and then on this side, this in the center is like somebody, this is like the investigation of, or someone looking into you, digging more into something that is being communicated. The way that I originally looked at this, it's like there's a relationship in disharmony, you and another person, right? But on this end, if you have communicated something about that someone may have been trying to keep, you know, kind of under wraps, this almost feels like the expectation of some kind of fallout or upheaval. Okay? It's almost like I'm learning about something. I'm learning about something, might not have wanted to know this, but I'm learning about something, and I know that if other people hear this same information, there's going to be some fallout. And so what somebody is anticipating now is the actual fallout. So this, and if it's not fallout, if this is not the fallout that they're expecting, it could also just be their own position of being, I heard mentally challenged, but that's not the context. That's not I heard mentally challenged, but I'm like, that I didn't even want to say that, but that's what I heard. But I think what it's going to do is it's taxing somebody's mind, because now they're worried about maybe the potential of other people seeing or hearing the same information, whatever this is that you are communicating. Maybe this is you. Maybe this is you. I'm like, okay, I can understand that too. Maybe this is you. Maybe you've communicated something, and you're communicating something about your past or whatever, and maybe this is your own nervousness or unrest, just because you know that there's going to be some fallout behind it. That's a possibility too. And whatever this is, now I'm looking at these cards on the left, I feel like whatever you may have experienced, you may have kept it largely to yourself. Not like a secret. You just didn't share that aspect of your life, or you just never really, you never communicated it. So you never really shared this stuff. So if people don't know about it, I'm thinking they about to know about it real soon. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm like, I heard the song I Never Knew Love Like This Before by Stephanie Mills. I'm not a Stephanie Mills fan, not a big fan of that song either, but I can hear it in my ear right now. As soon as I flipped this Ace of Cups over, that was the first thing that I heard. I never knew love like this before. Now I'm lonely nevermore since you came into my life. Okay. And literally that's what I see here. I'm like, it looks like there's a relationship, or something, and aces are gifts from the universe. My line starts off with the Ace of Cups and ends with the Ace of Wands. So there's two blessings here that are bestowed upon somebody. And I feel like it's funny because at the very center of the reading is the Eight of Cups. And I feel like in order for these blessings to be, in order for you to obtain the blessings that are being given to you, it was going to require you to have to walk away from something that is emotionally no longer fulfilling. Whatever this opportunity, or it could be like the potential of a new relationship, a new person. Could even be about you loving yourself. Choosing to pour into yourself and loving yourself in a way that this relationship did not, whatever this relationship was, that it didn't provide for you, giving that to yourself in order for you to establish some sense of stability for yourself, where, this is like, I feel like this is like you celebrate, like literally celebrating yourself. And you probably didn't even expect, I think you might not have even expected, wait, hold on. Yeah, you might not have expected this level of, I don't know, I'm like getting this really exciting energy. You could have been really excited about this thing. I mean, it could be a relationship, Just could be about you pouring into yourself. But walking away from relationships and connections that are no longer emotionally supportive or have never been emotionally supportive. And then let's see. Yeah, rejecting anything. Yeah, rejecting anything that doesn't actually provide you the same level of stability that loving yourself can bring, or being in a relationship with somebody who actually shows you genuine love. Like, because I see that too. It's like maybe you had to walk away from a situation, even though you may have had love for the person or the situation, walking away from it in order to like kind of run towards love of self, or run towards love of somebody who actually shows you that they love you. I also get the impression there's somebody here that's, and this is not for everybody, it's like watching you run to the arms of another person who knows how to love you properly. And that makes somebody incredibly nervous, very restless. Whoever this person is, and I'm not calling you a pick me, but at one point you may have waited for this person, whoever this is, and I don't know who this is for you. I don't have players just yet. But whoever this person is, you may have waited for them to choose you at some point. And they didn't. So you chose yourself. We like it. Look at that. So yeah, you had to walk away from, yeah, that's the thing. Whatever the relationship is from the past, like it caused you a lot of emotional turmoil. And I feel like it might have even taken you a little bit of time to get off the damn merry-go-round. You know what I'm saying? It's like a merry-go-round. You're just going around and around in circles. And I feel like what you were looking for was a sense of stability, like a relationship that actually had legs. And no matter what you did, it didn't matter the amount of love you poured into it, the time, the effort, you couldn't really get it to do that. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel like the person that you were, like I said, I don't know who this is for you, but whoever this is, and it could have a connection to family, doesn't necessarily have to, but it's definitely somebody that you've known for a considerable amount of time. I love this. I kind of feel like this person, whoever this person is, child, it's like whoever the person is that you walked away from, they look into you. It is kind of giving low-key stalking, but they look into you. They look into your life. I think they've also looked into the person, like if you're in another relationship or something, because it's like, I'm looking at it two different ways. You know, my Libra moon, I'm going to look at it both ways. If you are partnered with another person, I feel like they're also looking into the person that you're partnered with as well. They're doing a little recon, you know what I'm saying? They're looking into the person. Because remember, I said it's like they're having to watch you walk away from them. And the crazy part about it is I don't think they ever actually expected you to do that, because they know that you love them. They know that you love them. And I want to say it's probably exhibited by, your actions. Not just your actions, but your words as well. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. Remember when I said you walked away? The person, whoever you walked away from, and it's not even, this doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. It can be, it doesn't have to be though. That's not necessarily. This is the energy of, because there are other people here. I'm like, now that I'm looking, there are other people here. So it's kind of like, and I said it doesn't have to be romantic, because I'm not actually looking at this from a romantic point of view. Could be, but not necessarily. Whoever this person is, they know that you love them, because that's just who you are. That's the nature of who you are, okay? But after trying to create some sense of stability, like you know, putting in the effort and the time and all that stuff, right? After doing all of that and still not being able to gain some real footing or traction in a relationship, because you were looking for a sense of stability, firm, like action. You want to be dealing with somebody who actually chooses to be with you or in your life. Again, does not have to be romantic. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, same thing like having friends. You want friends who actually choose you to want to be they want to be your friend, not just you wanting to be their friend. You know what I mean? You want reciprocity, right? And so what you were looking for, and again, you were waiting, and I'm not saying you were waiting to be chosen, but you were waiting for somebody to actually show up with the same level of effort and energy that you put into relationships. And you waited and you tried to build a foundation with this person, and it just went nowhere. And so what God did was God made it so that you would eventually, it may have taken some time to finally catch on, but God's like, look, for those of you who have decided, you know, walked away from something and then you're on your own and you're out of a relationship and you're single, you know, single as a Pringle, what God was doing was orchestrating so that you could learn how to focus that love that you would normally pour into other people, to pour that back into yourself, because we show other people how to love us by the way that we love ourselves. The way we show up for ourselves, that's how we show the world, this is what I expect, right? So I feel like God orchestrated in a way like you didn't expect it. But the moment you decided, okay, I'm going to pour a little bit of this love onto myself, God's like, bet, now I'm going to send you someone. You don't expect this to happen, because I see this. It's like, I don't expect this to happen. You weren't waiting. I feel like it just arrived. There's another opportunity. And it's because you were choosing to love yourself. Same thing with this row. It's kind of like, you're looking for stability, but the stability that you were looking for first, it needed to start with loving yourself. I like this, okay? So here, somebody is now kind of kicking themselves and angry because now you've walked away. So you've walked away because you felt a sense of rejection. And like I said, somebody is watching you kind of fall into the arms or presence of another person who actually is going to show you the kind of love that you deserve. And what's interesting is I feel like part of the reason why this works for you with this new situation, because I feel like it's a different relationship, I feel like it's because whoever this person is that's coming in, they are actually showing you, I heard the word evidence, but it may be proven by their actions, because that's like tangible evidence. This is that's kind of the line I'm working with. It's like you walk away from somebody who openly rejected you directly towards someone who shows you the actual interest that you need to see in order to show you that there is someone who is like genuinely trying to fuck with you, right? I feel like God sending somebody here. This feels like somebody that would be loyal to you and protect you, and that would take the time to, like, I get this big sense of protection. And maybe you waited for that. Maybe you were, yeah. Remember I said, I'm like, not like pick me, like you were waiting for somebody to choose you, but kinda, yeah. But not like pick me style. Because there's the question in my mind of like, I'm doing all of this, I'm showing up and I'm being loving and I'm generous and I wear my heart on my sleeve and I'm here for everybody. And to finally come to a point where you decide, I'm going to walk away from this because I feel as though my efforts are not being appreciated or welcomed. And so God sends someone else. God sent someone else. But then I have an energy. And it's very possible the reason why this relationship up here wasn't working is because there was third party energy, and you may not have been aware at the time that you were put in a third party situation. And so the love that you were looking for or expecting from that connection wasn't ever going to be possible because this person had other things going on. They may have had other things going on. Okay. Yeah. That's why it wasn't working. You could have been dealing with somebody. It's like the energy of whatever yes, look at that. Okay, now we have the Ace of Cups out here twice with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. What I say, blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm like, ooh. I like this. I actually like this. Let's start. I'm gonna read from the right to the left. Let's do the triangle here. So this feels like you didn't throw in the hat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you were dealing with a person or individual. We are going to start off with the first card and all the cards that connect to it. You were dealing with somebody who had you in third party energy. Again, this does not have to be a romantic relationship. Somebody here had you in third party energy, and so if you ever felt rejected by this person for whatever reason, it's because their attentions were being held in other places. So they never actually showed up. You were in a relationship. They, however, were not. And it comes across as somebody who was really lazy. Like you did all the heavy lifting for them, and so that they didn't have to. And I like the fact that you eventually, like, based on what you were dealing with in the past, that you finally decided, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I deserve better and I deserve more. Mm-hmm. Yep. So somebody is definitely I feel like they're upset because they're realizing that I can see that somebody here may have misjudged you in the past. They may have misjudged your character. Oh, they have misjudged your character. This person is now, I'm like, this whole line right here, this is like somebody who is gutted by the fact that they misjudged you. It's the realization. It's like they find out some piece of information, or they look, because I see all this investigation, digging, stalking kind of shit. There's someone here, and it could be not just one person, but it could be a few people kind of looking into you. But it feels like folks misjudging you because someone may have told them, something about you or whatever that wasn't necessarily true, or whatever they judged based. I mean, I don't know what this judgment was based off of, but there's someone here that's kind of kicking themselves for misjudging you, or, misjudging you too soon. And then realizing that you're not actually who they thought you were. You're not actually about what they thought you were about. And I like the fact that despite after whatever you've been through, whatever this relationship was, I like that I don't necessarily have the cards of healing in the way that I would like to see it. But I see where you did not allow this particular relationship, or the disharmony in this relationship, to cloud your judgment in terms of still having hope for future relationships. Like, you didn't it's like, just because somebody rejects you, you're not throwing in the towel and just saying, fuck everybody and I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't have that energy. I don't have it like that. I do see where you're very guarded, like you may be guarded, but you haven't given up on the hope of, being in a stable situation, we'll say. I'm like, when I say God is giving you, I'm like, just this whole row right here, the Queen of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. These are blessings. I love it. I love it. Huge blessing. So if somebody's feeling some kind of way now that they've realized, like, oh shit, the collective is in a better, the collective is nothing like what I thought they were. Somebody feels stupid. Somebody feels stupid. Listen, somebody feels so stupid. This is a counterpart out here in reverse. Okay, so maybe it's romantic. I'm like, okay, maybe it's romantic. Baby, this person is feeling stupid. Especially if you're a mother. If you're like, I don't know if this is like a baby daddy. I don't know if this is like, this could be anybody. But I'm gonna try to, like, when I pull the cards, I try to, like, give the various scenarios that I see. Like, this could be a baby daddy, right? And if you're a mother to this man's children, when I say he is terribly unhappy, because he can't even, there's nothing he can say or do to even defend anything that he's done in the past. Like, there's no defense for that, especially if he had been disloyal, lazy, and cheating within the relationship. There ain't no coming back from that, especially if you're the kind of person who is like, if you're a mom, you're a mother, and you're, you know, very nurturing and loving to your children. You take good care of your kids. You know, you keep a good home. You know, you keep the home together and all that stuff. Man, this man's kicking himself. I don't have timing on this. I'm like, I always talk like it's in the present tense. I don't know. I'm like, I don't actually know. Yeah, and if this man had you in some kind of third party energy, he's kicking himself. Because he's the one that's missing out. This man was never emotionally supportive to you, and I can see it. So if you're guarded, you have every right to be. And if this person had been lying and had, oh God, I'm seeing a couple different things. Ooh, that's a lie. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's like you left whatever this relationship was. You walked away because you may have walked away from the main relationship because you were looking for something that was more reciprocal. That's fair. You were looking for something more reciprocal. Now, if you out here talking about your experience, I encourage it. There are people watching. The eyes are upon you. Mm-hmm. The eyes are upon you. Okay, now I'm going to switch reels because I originally started talking about this as a romantic relationship, but I have another element out here. If we are talking, there is, for those people who have issues with a mother figure, because this down here feels like a mother figure, like maybe trying to interfere with the relationship. So they could have been the third party. You know what I mean? Like I said, third party doesn't always have to be romantic in nature. But this woman could have also, if this is a mother figure, like I have food in a crock pot. If this is a mother figure, she could have been an active role in trying to create a third party dynamic. I see that as well. I do see her trying to create some type of upheaval within a relationship. So that's also very possible. Like if you're in a relationship, this energy down here is like doing something to undermine the integrity of your relationship, especially if you have a new relationship. I hope you're following me. I'm like this main relationship could be between you and the mother figure because it is connected, or it could be you and a romantic partner or somebody. Because like I said, I do have counterparts out here. I'm like, there's so much. Now down here, this mother figure, yeah, it's like right here, this is the mother figure. This mother figure could have lied to somebody that you were romantically connected to in order to break you up. And you never would have expected that. And this is something that may have occurred in the past. But I just see all these two lines right here talk to me a lot about people looking into the circumstances behind why you walked away. There may be evidence here. There's also evidence if there are other people that may have been involved in the situation, trying to create upheaval and disharmony. There may be evidence of that as well. Especially if somebody had been out here talking smack about you, telling lies. Okay, now this row right here looks like the discovery of people working together, choice made. Like they reject you, you become guarded. They make a decision. Like they reject you, you walk away, however that plays out. You make a decision to walk away. Like, you know, you do you, okay? Now you've got like these, you know, boundaries up. You're like, you know, I'm keeping myself away from the others, whoever these other people are, right? These people get together and make a decision to work together. They come up with a bright idea. Let's work together, because the Page of Wands in the upright is the minor arcana to the Fool. So we're taking a leap of faith. But the Page of Wands, the thought process is I'm not, you know, I'm not going to focus on the past because the past already happened. I'm not looking too far out into the future because I don't know what's going on in the future. I'm going to focus on what's happening like right now in the present. So these people make a decision to come together, right? But this whole row right here, this may have something to do with a lie that was told about you. This could be a home, a family home, property, because right here is loss and here is gain, but they're all connected to this mother figure. Okay. I'm like, you following me? I'm like, it's a lot of energy out here, but if they had, if this mother figure had lied to this masculine, like this could be an ex, like I said, it's a counterpart. If this mother figure lied to this masculine, let's see. Especially if she lied. Okay, because the way that I'm looking at this is like, say this masculine was, you know, a successful businessman, right? This is kind of giving me energy of saying like, the collective's only in it for the money. And if that thought freaked this man out, then he took action based on the lie that this woman told him. I'm like, all the cards connected to him. He took action based on a lie told to him by someone else about you. And now I think that's the reason why he's gutted, because he's seeing like this is after. I feel like it's after the fact, like, because this woman is the cards connecting to this particular woman down here. This is you. They're all looking into you. All these cards looking into you. And if this is your suitor or the next person in your life, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I don't have timeline on this. But this is like somebody not only looking into you, but looking into, like, say, a new partner or a prospective partner or whatever. Because I can see that. Somebody is now feeling kind of foolish because, like I said, they made a decision. They made a very hasty decision based on the lies that this woman told. And then I just see this one whole row feels like lies, discovery, evidence. Like there's discovery of evidence. I'm like, that's my point. There's discovery of evidence here, particularly surrounding your departure. Now, I also have interesting energy down here. I wasn't going to talk about it until I lay more cards, but down here at the very bottom, it does feel like the people that may have originally worked with this woman, because they're all connected to her, the people who may have originally come up against you, this down here feels like people making different decisions based on the information that they're now having awareness of. They didn't have this information before because, again, this woman here had been telling, like, all the cards around her are dishonesty. And then people discovering the truth after doing some digging, doing their own research, looking into. I do feel like you got there, these people, I don't know who these people are to you, but I do feel like there are people here that may want to come in and offer you some, either some information or some assistance. Yeah, so whatever this relationship is, you chose to walk away from it. Yeah, you detached and walked away. Somebody is worried because, okay, now we know the King of Swords also could be a legal figure. This could be, an investigator. It could be a judge. It could be a lawyer, in the upright, right? And it's next to this Page of Swords. So this person, Page of Swords in the upright and the reverse, like there's a lot going. There's a lot of moving parts out here. This feels like, remember when I said at the very beginning, I was like, somebody here is worried about something coming to light. There's energy, there's information or something coming to light. This person, that's the reason why they feel nervous, because they've been trying to hide it. They've been trying to bury this information, and this is the truth. Whether this truth is being communicated by you or it's being discovered, okay? Because I can take it in two different ways. Like I've told you in the last few readings back last week, we talked about it. About speaking your truth. Speaking your truth and letting the chips fall wherever they're going to fall. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can take your reality away from you. And the thing about it is, you made a decision to walk away from the situation that caused disharmony. If someone here had been trying to defeat you, they cannot. Your truth is going to prevail. It doesn't matter. I actually like this energy. This is good. It does not matter what they were trying to do. Your truth prevails. I'm like, just this whole row of like investigation and tangible evidence is this whole row right here. Every card in this row, including the top two that are clarifying, it's all search and discovery. Search and discovery, and somebody here trying to keep whatever is being discovered hidden. I tried to hide. And then it's also too, I'm thinking, sometimes the Two of Swords for me kind of comes across like somebody burying their head in the sand. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so whoever this person is, look at that. Okay. So whoever this person is that wanted to win at all costs, they were unable to defeat you. This is quite literally, however you presented in this relationship, or however this person presented in a relationship, it's like they wanted domination. They just wanted you to bend the knee. They wanted you to do and behave and act and do all the things that they wanted you to do. But being in that situation was compromising for you. You know what I mean? Now I'm a little bit curious. I don't think that this person ever thought that you would ever make the decisions that you've made in order to. Now, that's interesting because this Three of Pentacles only has one person in it. And typically the Three of Pentacles is about, working collaboratively. And I feel like you may have actually tried to do that, but always found yourself just kind of working, you being the only participant in these collaborative situation. So again, like I said, maybe you at one point were waiting, not like a pick me, but you were waiting for them to choose you in the same vein that you chose them or chose to be involved with them, and they just never did. So you decided to pour all that focus into yourself instead of waiting on them to figure it out. So now somebody here is upset or heartbroken that you managed to get yourself out of a nightmare. Okay. There may also be, you may have either blocked this person, you could have blocked communication. Eight of Wands, though I know it talks about like fast moving energy, whatever. Eight of Wands is Sagittarius in Mercury. Oh no. Sagittarius and Jupiter, I think. Oh my God, I want to say Mercury, but it could be Jupiter. I believe it's Jupiter. Sagittarius and Jupiter. So this feels like if they were trying to do something that they were trying to get away with, because up here they don't want you to know. Remember I said they don't want the evidence to be seen, so this is them trying to hide it. This is you bringing it out. I feel like it slows down whatever the narrative was supposed to be. And the fact that you're showing up in the Nine of Wands energy tells me that you've been able to persevere despite whatever has been thrown at you. Like, if they were trying to create conditions that were not, not cool, and they were doing it in secret and like hiding, it's like throwing rocks and hiding their hands. If they were trying to create conditions for you to like, slow you down and create just gnarly shit, it didn't actually stop you from doing anything. You still were able to thrive. You were still able to persevere because you've already been through so much. So even if they were trying to stop you or something like that, it didn't actually work. Yeah, so if this person, okay, so we talk about this up here at the top. Remember when I said there's evidence or there's like a trail? I think we talked about it in the last reading, like a paper trail. So this right here feels like this could be evidence, the truth of somebody here, because this is the truth. And down here where you have clarity with the Seven of Cups being in the reverse, there's no more illusion. So even if somebody had tried to like cast this illusion over who you are and what you do, you weren't even in a collaborative group setting. I feel like there was somebody here trying to create a narrative to cause a bunch of like upheaval and disruption, and all I'm seeing over here is you choosing to go solo. This is a solo for me. On this whole side feels like a solo mission. Like I said, this Three of Pentacles, there's only one person in the card, and this person is determined to focus on themselves. The Three of Pentacles is about building onto a foundation that already exists. So this is like you taking it upon yourself to like learn something new, something that could better solidify the foundation. And again, and I'm clarifying it with the Knight of Cups, so you could just kind of also be allowing your intuition to guide the way forward. Because whoever this person is, whoever this person is, I feel like they were trying to cause you. I do feel like there was an energy out here of somebody wanting to cause you to crash out for whatever reason. But because you are happy, like you're happy, You're happy even walking away from this. You're happy. You're not like sad or whatever. I don't know if they thought you were going to be sad by, the breakdown of the relationship. I don't know if that's what they thought, but you're not sad. Like, you're not even hiding it. You're not sad. I'm like 9 of Cups to the 6 of Wands. You're not sad. Six of Wands is victory and success. Even if this person tried to I'm thinking we're trying to bring you to your knees. Even if they were trying to bring you to your knees, you're still good. You're still good. You've already released it. You're not even holding on to it anymore. And I think at one point you may have held on to whatever this is. You may have held on a little bit longer than you needed to. Yeah. Now, okay. Now here's the thing. I'm like, I feel like this is at least 2 or 3 different stories because I can actually see a couple of different layers here. Because originally we were talking about like a relationship, could have been a romantic relationship. This top layer looks like something totally different. Now this down here feels like, go back up here to the truth. Okay. This could be evidence here of 8 of Wands, both in the reverse. There could be evidence here of somebody who may have tried to slow you down or stop your traction completely. Ooh. Try to stop your traction completely. I'm like the one thing that I'm seeing here with the 3 of Pentacles over here and the 9 of Wands down here, I'm like, it doesn't really matter what they try to do. You still shine. Like you still show up. You were still showing up. So it doesn't matter the picture that they were trying to paint of you. You were still getting shit done. And happy. So I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what the image of you, what they were trying to portray you as, but you're not that. And this down here is like the evidence of it. Somebody here telling lies about who you are, your character, or, your work ethic, or just who you are as a person. And then people getting curious, like, well, that doesn't make sense. You said this and that, based on what I know, or based on what I've seen, or based on what I've learned, because you definitely have people. I'm telling you, this is like investigating. This is a lie, and this is a lie. And then tangible evidence or proof that whatever has been said about you or whatever is not true. It's not true. Okay. Damn. The 7 of Wands. I'm like, how many times? I have that out here 3 times. 777 maybe. Major synchronicity. 33, because I think I got a lot of 3 cards out here too. 999. 888. Now, whoever this person is that may have been trying to defeat you, I think they're very unhappy about the fact that you are not unhappy. You are happy. I'm like 9 of Cups. You're happy. This actually worked out, like for you, whatever the circumstances are, this worked out in a way that you actually like it. I do have an energy here of somebody maybe wanting to come towards you with an offer, but you may already kind of see what it is as it approaches. This particular 7 of Wands is a little bit more guarded for me. So you might not be all that, welcoming to whatever is being proposed. Yeah, and then if you reject it, they're going to be butthurt. I'm like, I just see it in 2 places that it's very clear to see right here that you're not hurt by the distance and separation. That's really causing somebody some grief. Yeah, like I love this. I love this. This is great energy. Love this. So whoever this person is, like I said, there's all this evidence. There is energy here of somebody having been in a one-sided competition with you. You've dropped it. When I say you've dropped it, like you've dropped it like a hot potato. You're not committed to this situation. You're already out. You're already out. Look at that. Still stable. Oh, I like this. Because down here it feels like somebody who may have... So if they were trying to hide something, this down here almost feels like I fucked up and took this action without like fully vetting the consequences. Because I will say this, you're doing very well in terms of your stability. It's like you're sitting very pretty. Whoever this person is that may have been trying to dominate or control the narrative, they're losing all of the control here. They're losing all the control here. Remember earlier when I said I was like, they looked like they wanted you to crash out, but you didn't. You didn't, because you're not invested in it. You're not invested. I'm like, I love the way these line up. You weren't invested in it, so they wanted you to crash out, but because you weren't invested in it, there was no reason for you to crash out. It worked. This, whatever this was or whatever it turned into, it turned out exactly the way that you wanted it to. Because it ends with you in 9 of Cups. You're like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with the separation. I'm good with the distance. I'm not confused about how you move. Whoever this is around you, like it could be 2 people, or it could be 1 person, and they just act hella immature. But it's kind of like you're very clear about who they are, and whoever this person is, if they were trying to exact some kind of like domination over you, whatever, you win. You win. They are gutted. They're gutted. And I'm telling you, if they come back around and say, hey, come to you with their cup trying to make an offer to you, you're like, yeah, no. I love the 7 of Wands, because he's like, hell no. I already see, yes, this whole line right here. I already see you for what you are. I have no intentions. There ain't no traction over here. I'm standing my ground. I'm standing firm. I don't fuck with you. I'm like, I hear a little Sean in my ear. I don't fuck with you. Whoever this is. And I'm saying whoever this is because I got masculine and feminine energy on the board alike. So, take it how it resonates. But whoever this is, they thought they were going to win. They're not going to win. How you going to win when you ain't right within? Lauryn Hill. Yeah. That's crazy. I never really channel songs, but I'm hearing them in my head right now. I'm hearing the lyrics. I never do that. Aww, and now the relationship is in disharmony, and now they're feeling in regret about their attempts in the past. Their attempts to defeat you have not worked, and this could be in the workplace. If this could be a workplace situation. And if this is a workplace situation, it's almost like they put an extra load on your shoulders because you have the ability to help people. Like maybe that's just your role. You show up and you help. You're a helper. It's not even coming across as people pleasing, but usually when I see the 10 of Wands for me sometimes, the 10 of Wands sometimes talks about people pleasing. Hold on. My daughter. Okay. The 10 of Wands can sometimes talk to me about people pleasing. And remember my 60-40 rule. So a good 40% of the things that they pile onto your plate usually don't belong to you, and this is you down here. Even if you decided, if they had put all this shit on your shoulders and you decided, no, I'm not doing this anymore. That's this right here. Like, you did it as long as you could, and then at a point you're just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Okay. Yeah. This could be a workplace situation, or something to affect your work or ability to work. This also has something to do with your income potential as well. This also has something to do with your income potential. Okay, so maybe this person. Okay, so we know that this appears talking about wanting to win at all costs. The whole point was to defeat you, right? Something in the past defeat you. But it's almost like here you are working by yourself. This isn't collaboration. This is working by yourself. But 10 of Wands, you're doing all the work, and you've got all of the weight on your shoulders. You're helping them, or you're helping other people, like say other departments or just whatever, like if this is a work situation. And then here, it's kind of like, I'm going to make a decision. I don't know. It's like, I'm like, this is really interesting for me. Because it has something to do with the past, though. It has something to do with the past. It has something to do with the, not just the quality of your work, field of expertise. Okay, so and I just heard field of expertise. So now, whatever they try to defeat you, and it's something about your field of expertise, something that only you know, something that you've taken time to learn on your own. But because of their decisions connected to the past, which is crazy in the relationship, there's disharmony within the relationship based on a past history. Disharmony in the relationship based on past history. Somebody here in the workplace trying to do something to affect your work. Control. I'm just getting a lot of control right here. Has something to do with a woman. Wanting to create instability. Like a loss of a job. Oh, this is like the loss of a job to create instability. But I'm like, who is this woman? I'm like, this kind of came out in one of the recent readings. And I was like, there was a woman and she just popped up out of nowhere. And I'm like, who the hell is this woman? Is this a woman that you worked with? So this woman next to this Eight of Pentacles could look like a woman who may have lost her job in the past. A woman who lost her job in the past, and it created instability because you rejected her. What? I'm like, what? Okay, wait. So there was a plan here, a failed plan. A failed plan. So, and I'm looking and I'm like trying to remember the cards that are underneath the layers, because I know this one whole row is about discovery of evidence. So there is a paper trail or some kind of evidence, right? Ooh. So this could be about somebody may have Like, if this has something to do with work, this almost could be like say you're the one who helps. You know, you're a helper. I said somebody here was lying about it. They didn't want other people to see, or they're worried about the discovery of the fact that this is the truth. I mean, there's lies and the truth. So somebody is worried about the discovery of the truth. But I'm curious about this woman right here. Because if this woman here lost her job, because I just see job loss, work, loss of revenue or whatever. Something connected to the past, but it has something to do with workplace. This almost feels like retaliation. Somebody loses their job, so they're trying to figure out a way to, by way of this boss, like this is a boss here, by way of a boss to create instability and stress for someone else. Child, I don't know what this is. I know you'll let me know in the comments. I'm like, this is fascinating. Yeah. So whoever I'm like, I don't know who this woman is. Oh, damn. Okay, I'll tell it just the way that I see it. Okay. And they can't do it anymore. Okay. So if this is about a workplace environment or about your work, it has something to do with your work. It has something to do with your work, your sense of stability, something done in the past to affect your work. And I see a couple of attempts to try to defeat you in order to create instability or loss of job or loss of employment. But their inability, I see an inability to defeat you. Like they don't win. Ooh. Okay, this inverted triangle looks like someone. Okay, I kind of know this story, but it's not going to be for everybody. But I'm like, this looks like if you were ever in a position where you needed help, right? You needed help. Not even saying you needed help, but like there was an poverty consciousness awareness. You weren't making enough money or whatever for the work that you were doing. You weren't making enough money or whatever, right? So then we have this woman here. We have this woman. She is connected to the past. She may have been somebody that you had worked with in the past as well. Okay. This woman, again, doesn't have to be a woman, it could be a man operating in feminine energy. I'm just calling it based on the cards. It's like this woman may have wanted to come up against you because there was a sense, I don't know, right here is like, this is the sense of, oh, this is like boredom. Here, I'm going to help you. You have a need. I'm here to help. Right? But really, it ended up being more pressure on your shoulders. And I'm like, and I don't know who's helping. Is it you that's helping them, or are they helping you? I'm like, oh God, there's so much here. I'm like, I see at least 2 or 3 different stories, and I'm like, and they're all jumbled in my head right now. Oh my God. So this could be, I'm like, I don't want to lay any more cards because now I'm confused. There's so many people out here. But I can clearly see this has something to do with work. Something to do with your work and your ability to be stable, and somebody trying to undermine that stability. trying to undermine your ability to be happy. I'm like, in Nine of Cups to the Nine of Cups with the Five of Swords in the reverse. They can't control that. Somebody wanted you to lose your shit. I'm telling you, there's somebody here that just wants you to just they just want you to act a fool. I'm like, I can see it's like kind of like the underbelly here. It's like they wanted to create such a gnarly ass condition for you, but nothing is stopping you. You are happy. You are stable. They cannot defeat you. Your emotions are not all over the place. You are not operating from a place of poverty consciousness. They wanted you to be juggling and struggling. I'm like, I don't know who this is for you, but somebody here wanted you to be upside down emotionally, financially, structurally. Like, they just wanted your life to be upside down. They wanted you to crash out because there's someone here that's been trying to control a narrative of who you are, and they don't even really know who you are. I'm like, that's the part that's so confusing for me. I'm like, you don't even know this person. Like, yeah, and it could be too, like, I mean, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, maybe you never really liked this person to begin with, whoever this person is from the past. Maybe you never really fuck with them to begin with. Or maybe they never really fucked with you like that. And you're just genuinely, you're just genuinely a nice person. So you're just like, whatever. And maybe you never really could understand, like, why somebody acted a certain kind of way towards you. Honestly, without even using cards, I think that a lot of times when people have issues with you, they're really just projecting their own funky shit. If they have insecurities and they see that you have a natural, innate ability to just be personable and genuine, people feel threatened by that shit. So they'll come after you, and if they feel any little bit of threatened by your presence, child, they'll go out of their way to come after you just to bring you down, just to make themselves look better. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I feel like I done switched to a different reading. But, I mean, it all could be the same elements in various parts of your life. But I do see somebody here, they've been trying to affect your finances, baby. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. And honestly, if this person had other people, if this person recruited other people, I'm telling you, if this person recruited other people to work with them in order to create all kind of disharmony, I'm like, the amount of 3 cards I have out here is insane. Baby, let me tell you, folks are unhappy because they wanted to see you crash out and you're not. Especially if, now, this ain't for everybody. If somebody here, if you've recently lost your job or whatever, somebody here wanted you to crash out. Not realizing that losing this job might have been probably the best thing. That was probably the best thing for you. Because you're financially stable. Like, you're financially sound on your own. You have what you need. You have what you need. But I do feel like there's a blowback that's going to happen. If somebody here they've been working together behind the scenes. I'm telling you, we're in them last degrees of Pisces and Saturn when it shifts into Aries, baby. On the 13th. And things people have been trying to keep hidden and keep secrets, that shit's coming out. They were trying to undermine you, baby. That ain't happening. You are sitting pretty. Especially if they were trying to undermine your stability. You're not having that problem. You're not having that problem. Love it. And you making decisions. Look, Five of Swords is out here 3 times in the reverse, all 3 times. It doesn't matter what they try to do to defeat you. None of it worked. None of it worked. They've been waiting to bring you down and it's not working. You still happy. You still financially sound. Child, they are disappointed. And as far as you're concerned, you can put this shit out of your mind. You ain't even thinking about this stuff no more. They cannot defeat you. They cannot defeat you. They've been in a one-sided competition with you this whole time. Listen. And you about to expose some shit about this person. Baby. I'm like, some shit about to be exposed about the people that are involved. And the main person who was orchestrating it all. Well, look at that. Look at the exposure. I'm like the moon in the reverse. Look at the exposure. Look at the exposure. They came up behind you foolishly. All because they wanted to be in control. Yeah, this definitely looks like somebody who may have potentially just lost a job or something like that. And if you just recently lost a job, it ain't a real loss. Because magician, because you have the ability to manifest a new one. You got all the skills. Look at that. The sun in the upright with the moon in the reverse. Look at all the exposure. Look, listen. They've been trying to keep shit. Oh my God. They've been trying. Okay. I'm like, I don't know who this woman is. This woman is really pissing me off now. I don't know who this woman is. But there's a woman out here with this distorted masculine energy. It's a boss-like energy who has been abusing their authority. Like, this could be work. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. There's somebody here who's been abusing their authority in order to make people jump. In order to keep you connected to them. There is energy of somebody here doing juju. I'm like, yeah, there is energy out here of somebody doing juju. But this kind of feels like to me that you, if there has been something, you know, kind of thrown your way, you've been able to transmute it. You've been able to transmute it. And I'm like, and I don't know who this, I'm like, it's like you, I don't know what they expected. Because I feel like you get a new, it's like once you break away from this situation and the truth comes out, you have a new opportunity that's just like kind of waiting in the wings for you. But it's going to be something that you love. And whoever this person is, their reign of terror is about to be over. So I'm telling you, somebody here has been trying to hide the fact that, and this right here feels like the exposure. Somebody here been trying to do like juju, unaliving magic. There could also be the exposure of that as well. And there could be a mothering figure, a mother figure. It doesn't have to be a mother figure. I mean, not. I use that as the yeah. There is some type of feminine energy that's in cahoots with the. And I don't know. This could be the. I mean, it could all be the same person, but if this is two people, it's like a feminine energy, a distorted feminine energy being in cahoots with a distorted masculine energy. But whatever they've done, they've lost control. Oh, and they're getting judgment for it. They're getting judgment for it. Everybody involved, I'm like, everybody can get some. Everybody involved is getting judgment for the decision that they made in order to... Anybody who cooperated with this person or these people, they're all dealing with unfortunate circumstances. Everybody's trying to hide it. But in a minute, it ain't going to be hidden anymore. It's going to be seen. Everybody's going to see it. Yeah, and if somebody's been trying to hide something, this is like the investigation of whatever somebody's been trying to hide. Yep. Somebody here has been trying to knock you off your square. I'm telling you, there's juju out here. Somebody here has been... If they were trying to create injustices for you and spread lies and do a bunch of shit behind your back, everybody that's involved or participated in trying to knock you off your square is going to get hit with karma. Every last one of them. If they aren't already experiencing, bouts of it now, they will start experiencing it soon. They will. Absolutely. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. Let's do a stack of index cards. Let's do a stack of index cards. It's 12:12 on my clock. A Scorpio may be involved. A Leo may be involved. Your spirit guides, ancestors got you covered. Someone is stuck in the past. Someone's in deep despair over distance. Could be a jealous sibling or cousin. Somebody feels left behind or wanted you to feel left behind. Somebody is afraid to lose you. Someone's a liar. False mentor that gives bad advice on purpose. None of this is your fault. You are finally free. Amen. Someone says, I project my fears to scare you. Someone's getting tarot readings on you. You're making strategic moves in silence. The month of April may be significant. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. Somebody refuses to change. The month of January could be significant. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aquarius. Somebody here could be dealing with alcoholism. Family, friends may be involved. You're protected. You're God's chosen one. The truth is being exposed. They do things to get attention. Somebody's making foolish mistakes. Somebody lies on the kids to them or about them. There's a loss of money and or assets. Someone uses money, power, and sex for influence. Somebody's experiencing a loss of money. Someone doesn't know how to commit. Someone's trying to alienate or isolate you. Spirit says sage your home. They rejected you in the past. Failed attempt, empty victory. Someone is cyber stalking you. You're better off without them. Somebody wants to know why doesn't it work on you. It's the end of the road. Pretty little lies. Somebody got a bright idea. Someone was blaming you for their losses. They don't want you to prosper. They need your energy or input in order to create. And the bottom of the deck, God has seen the misdeeds. All right, let's do the dice. All right, so this is Uranus. This is the North Node and Mars. And then we have Libra, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. First house, third house, and seventh house. All right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so that we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. My books are always open. Thank you so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, the super thanks. the new bookings, new clients. I love all of you. For those of you who are relatively new to my channel, my readings kind of reach into the future sometimes. So if you go back into my archives, maybe 6 to 8 months, you may find some titles back there that are more resonant for you now in the present. All right. I hope that you guys are having a fabulous day so far. Whenever you happen to catch this, I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care. Bye.